Hey UTV Boondockers, it is time. What time is it? It is time to do the fluids. So hey, I'm just going to do a really quick video and show you how I do all mine. I know there's a ton of videos out there, not a lot on the XTP, but I'm going to go ahead and run through this real quick with you and just give you some quickie tutorial if you haven't done one on your own yet. Okay, real quick on the oils. Gigantic Amsoil guy. Have been for a very long time. Raced motocross, go-karts, just about everything that's on wheels. Amsoil goes in all of it. It goes in all my machines. It goes in my Indian. It goes in this machine. It goes into everything. Fully trusted, and the only thing that I'm going to put in these machines to protect it. For the Commander, it's going to be a CK5, and then we're going to need a couple bags of severe gear and a bag of the transmission differential fluid as well. Inside the box and the kit, it's got everything. It's got your crush washers we just talked about, O-ring, and everything you need, including the oil filter, even some cool stickers, of course, for the toolbox. Hey, I just want to show you a really quick little trick that I do. I've got a little piece of plastic. It's thin plastic. You can get it just about anywhere. I take this and I roll it up about yay tight, and I stuff this under or through the skid plate up against the crankcase or the engine case. That way, when the oil is drooling out of this, and as it does, it always tends to hit the bottom of the skid plate and then run all over the place. So you can just take this, it's flexible, it runs right through, and you don't have to worry about all the drooling and the cleaning up of the skid plate. I'll show you a quick video underneath the machine. Hey, I want to just help identify these real quick. So this is your engine oil with a dipstick, and it does have increments on there, measurement increments. And then this is your trans right there. And that's going to take a 17 millimeter socket as well. Same thing on the bottom to do the drains. All right, so underneath the machine, it's in the same direction as the top. The engine is going to be closer towards the front of the machine, and your trans is right here, and that's a 17 as well. So both of them are going to take 17, same thing as you're going to use on the top side to get that trans opened up. So we're all done draining the engine oil, and what I want to do is show you. I've already wiped this down. This drained out nice, and then I take a sock, just an old crappy gym sock, and I stuff it around the hole, if I can get a good light, and that stops all of this oil from drooling all over that skid plate, which you guys are very familiar with if you've done your own oil change. That, and we want to make sure that we get this filter off. Oh, it's so hard to find down in there. There it is. This is a terrible video. But there's your filter. And it's capped. And it's in the most terrible remote location. So what I do is I set up a bunch of these pads because you end up laying on this to get down to it. I also take a bunch of socks and I pile them up down there in case that thing drools, which it will. And then it ends up on your skid plate, and then it takes like a week for it to finally come off from underneath your skid plate. So we're going to get after this, and I will show you step by step. Okay, we've got the old filter's out, it's gone. This is your cap. You're going to have three bolts for that. They're right there. It's going to take a little, is that an M8? There you go. 8 millimeter. And then in your Amsoil kit, you're going to get a new O-ring. That new O-ring goes right around on the outside of that. When you pull that out, you'll know where that goes. Trash that one and put the new one on. Crack your bottle. get a little bit of that oil on your finger, wipe it in here, get this thing lubricated before you put that on. Don't want to dry fit and it'll fall right on. Same thing goes for this O-ring right here. It's kind of a little bit of a bear to get that in there, so pre-lubricate that. Before you attempt to put this in and then try to put that cap on, that's a nightmare. This is kind of a pressure fit. Put this in on the bench, make sure it's nice and square to the cap, and then that will slide right back in on the port, and then these will line right back up again. All right, I went ahead and pulled the drain plug on the transmission for this. It is drooling out right now, and note, it is not coming out all over the skid plate. So just shove that up against the case. You still have access right up under here to be able to get your socket on there. Drop that plug, get that magnetic plug clean before we try to reinstall it, and then a new crush washer as well. All right, I've got the trans plug out, clean it up a little bit. Definitely get in there, screwdriver and a rag, paper towel, and get all of that debris out of there. That's doing what it's supposed to be doing. I had just a little bit of particulate in there, but not a ton. And then take that old crush washer, chuck it in the garbage. The new one comes with the oil kit in that CK5. We're going to drop that on there and get it ready for reinstallation. Okay, continuing on with the transmission. Still using that 17mm deep well. It's going to be right there. Use the same one. We're going to pull that off, clean it up, and then refill that tranny. Okay, in the manual for my machine, it says 2.1 quarts for this. We're going to sneak up on that just to make sure so we don't overfill. Okay, obviously, again, we're talking about Amsoil, the greatest stuff ever. We just pulled the fluids on this after a year's worth of use. The tranny fluid was absolutely clear. It was crystal. It looked like it was brand new. The motor oil, nice golden brown, no burnt, no nothing. It's the only way to go. Creep up on these volumes. I see everybody arguing online. It's 2.1 quarts for the motor. No, it's not. I overfilled it. Do not overfill and just run 2.1 quarts in there. Or a quart in there, or half of the second quart. Go have a frosty beverage. Relax. Check your levels and then creep up on it. Same thing for the trans. You'll be much happier than having to try to back drain one of these out. Okay, on to the front diff. It's pretty simple. Your drain right up there. Okay, back up at the front of the machine. We're gonna go ahead and drain this, and you're gonna drain it right here on your front diff. It's gonna be a 5mm right there. In fact, I have the plug out right here. It does have a little magnetic on the end of it, so make sure you clean that off, get it all nice and cleaned up. Hopefully there's not a ton of debris on that thing. Go ahead and pull your side plug. Now, while you're draining that down there, I would go ahead, use an 8mm here. It's an 8mm Allen on your drain right there. And let her drain out for a while. So I've done that. Now, here's the problem. Filling that back up. And even though Amsoil is awesome about putting these in a bag for you to be able to put a squeeze in there for you, I came up with this. It's just a cheap little funnel. I jammed on a milking hose on it, and that's going to set directly inside that. And it gives me a wonderful little reserve area, remote area, just like that. It sets in there, and then I can slowly creep up on my fill point. Again, on all these fluids, creep up on them. Take your sweet time. Don't overfill them. The manual definitely can be less than desired on actual volumes, so creep up on all your volumes. get that thing done, put some fresh fluid in this thing. We're going to go out and we're going to hammer around on Drummond Island. Again, thank you very much to Amsoil and your incredible protection. You guys rock. Keep it up. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope this helped you out. Take a look at the links below for all of the Amsoil links. Those are great. They'll definitely help you to determine exactly what you need for your machine. If you like what you saw, please follow along and subscribe to us. We'd really appreciate it.